Hey guys, it's Hannah here and welcome back to another video. Here I will be making a birthday card for a friend, and it's a shaker card. Once again, I really enjoy making shaker cards apparently. And here are the different items that I will be using. So I have these gorgeous papers and I will be die cutting as well, and there's washi, gorgeous pink tones and beautiful sequins of course, and little goodies for the shaker card. Really exciting. So here we go, doing the time lapse as usual. I start off by tracing the size of the card. So I had an A6 sized card, postcard laying around, and this is going to be a folded card, so I trace it times 2. And then I, cut it, of course, using my Fiskars paper trimmer, I think you call it. Very handy for these sorts of things, and it's a lot smaller than my big kind of paper cutter. And then I fold it to see it all works out, of course. And I love the stripes on the inside, it's super pretty. Here is my We Are Memory Keepers Revolution machine, which I'm using once again. I will be die cutting to get kind of the window in the front of the card. I didn't have a rectangle die cut actually, I thought I did. But then I figured these flag-sized ones, they could actually work if I use this as a base, and then I can just trim off the little arrow-shaped bottom of it to create a rectangle, in the end. So this actually worked out pretty well, even though I didn't have a rectangle die cut. Having these, I feel like I don't really need to invest in any of those either, which is good. Then I just, put it through the machine. I always do it twice. I don't know if I actually need to do that, but I just do to be sure. And this is so satisfying, seeing how it's just cut and done and so easy. I love this machine. It's so much fun and makes, making cards really, really easy, and it looks super professional and well done. And here you can see I have my ruler and my little cutting knife. And just like that, now it's a rectangle. So sometimes you have to get a little creative. Even though you don't have what you thought you needed, you can still make it work. And then I decided to have this dark blue background as the background inside the window. These colors really spoke to me when I was thinking of this specific friend. I think she looks really good in dark blue, and I think she does like dark navy blue tones, and I really like the lighter blue and pink tones as well in these papers. I just thought it looked really pretty together, and since spring is coming up, I just was feeling it with the florals, so I really hope that she likes it too. And then I just trim off the excess, of course, so that it will fit the way I want to on the inside. And here I go with the die cutting machine again. So I'm going to be cutting out different words, or one word, which is hurrah, which in Swedish is hooray, because it's her birthday. So because it looks funny here, because I only have one of each letter, I will have to do the R twice. There's 2 R's in hurrah, so it looks funny here when it's spelled out and it's misspelled, but I promise it will look good once I'm finished. It's so easy, it's almost like little flake stickers. Well, they're not sticky, but it's so easy to create your own, well, it's die cuts really. And I love having these different words. These specific, die cut molds, I guess, are from Craftelier. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce it. It's a French kind of crafts website. They sell a lot of scrapbooking supplies. And I placed an order there, and they had these different alphas in die cuts, which is awesome. Now I am just trying to, get the right size for the paper, and I realized that I need to be able to fit the paper in the plastic bag that I will be then putting all of the sequins inside. I don't know, sometimes I have an idea, but then I kind of forget like the practical steps to actually execute the vision in my head. So sometimes it takes a little while, and then I'm placing the different letters here so that I get an idea of how I want them to be before I glue them down. So I did a little fun kind of confetti style with the letters, just placing them a little here and there, kind of. And now this was a little scary, when you glue something down, I'm always scared that I place it incorrectly, or when I do this and then I realize, oh no, I missed something, or it doesn't turn out the way that I wanted. When you glue something down, it just feels so definite, but that's also the beauty, I think, with handcrafted things, is that they might not be perfect, but that's the beauty of it. I mean, it really just shows that it's made by hand, and well, I really appreciate that stuff. I hope other people do too. See what I mean? When the backing moved, that's super scary, because then I'm just worried that, oh no, what if it was moved or incorrectly placed from the beginning? Then all the letters will be, misplaced, and it won't look good in the end. And in my head I start doubting everything I do when something like that happens. But it was fine, I think. And usually the good thing is you can fix things. I mean, when you're crafting, creating, if you have a creative mind like me, usually you figure ways out to make it kind of work for your benefit, even if you, let's like, quote unquote, mess something up. It might not end up looking like a mess. Anyway, so that's good. I just love the stripes on the inside. I think they're so fun and pretty. And then I'm just making sure that it is placed the way I want to. And I think it did end up good enough. Might not have been perfect, but I'm probably the only one who would have noticed. So then I'm placing some small little die-cut hearts in different shades of pink. Almost turns out like a Valentine's Day card. I don't only place hearts here, but then I had these super pretty heart sequence as well, and I end up placing a lot in there. Maybe I wouldn't have needed that much, because you almost can't read. In the end, there's so much sequence you can barely read the word underneath. But I like it. I like a lot of sequence, and with the whole shaking effect, I think it's really fun. And then I decided to take out all the moons, and in this other set of confetti sequence that I thought didn't really match this theme, but I kept some stars and I kept some little heart sequence, and then I just have this simply gilded tape that I use on the back. I used this in the last time too that I did a card. So now I'm just trying it out, and I think it looks good. Like I said, there's a lot of sequence in there, but I like it. I like it. And I'm just trying to figure out the best way to place it before. I ended up not gluing this, I ended up actually taping it. So taping something is not as definite for me as gluing it. So that I could change my mind if I needed to, which you can see I needed to change it a little bit to get the word centered, which is what I wanted. It's difficult because I can't see it at the same time. I have to go back and forth, which is a little annoying. But it ends up looking good in the end, I think. then we have the back here, which I want to cover up because I don't want you to see exactly how it's all made. I mean, when it's finished, I don't want you to be able to see that. Also, this is where I wanted to write my congratulations. So I'm trimming this just plain white piece of paper to glue down to cover all that. And I mean, it's a very simple way to cover up, like, I don't want to say like mechanical way of how you made it all work, but in a way it feels like that. It's kind of like when you have a machine and you, like a car, you don't show the motor, there's a, you know, it's covered. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. And then I just use this really pretty washi that matched really well. It's kind of like a watercolor print. I think I got it from Michael's. Well, we don't have Michael's in Sweden, but I think I got it on eBay or Etsy from an American seller. I don't know the collection or anything, but this pink was perfect. It matched the roses on the front really well. And because it was so plain, I thought it would look really good as a border. Sometimes it's really nice to have more of a solid washi. I have a lot of printed ones and foiled ones, but sometimes for crafting projects like this, it's great to have more of a plain color and not such a busy print so that you could easily create something like this. So I need to remember that more when I go washi shopping. And then I needed to trim the washi, and now this is one of the reasons I got a paper trimmer, because you can just place, because it's paper, it's a paper tape. So I can place it here and then I can just trim and then I cut it in half. Because here, as you could see before, I folded the washi, but here I wasn't able to do that. So I needed to, you know, to get the look I wanted, I needed to trim it in half. And this ended up looking really good, I think. And then, you know, on the outside I needed to do the same. So then perfectly I had the second half and it worked just as well here. And I'm just kind of inspecting the card now. I think it looks really good so far. I had lots of fun making this one. And I'm deciding how to finish it up because I love the stripes, but felt like it needed something more. And then I remembered that I had this little heart. It was actually left over from when I made my previous birthday card. I'll try to remember to link the video up above. But I decided to make a little decoration for the inside of the card, but I wanted to have more of this blue because, once again, well, I think when I think of this friend that I made it for, this color comes to mind, so I wanted to have some more of that. Also to kind of balance it out, because I did have that blue on the front, so I also wanted to have some on the inside. And then I just place this embossed white heart like that. It becomes a really pretty border with blue, and to then just place on the inside. And then I just write things, you know, on the left side, which I won't show in this video, but I did. I did write my congratulations and, you know, happy birthday and things. And then that's the card. That's the finished product. And that's it for this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it can give you inspiration. You know, get crafty, get creative, and dare to do things yourself. So yeah, I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.